Welcome to Squatch-D, where the truth is first before all else. Join your hosts, veteran investigator, TV personality, and author Steve Kulls, and from the Kentucky Bigfoot Research Project and the Kentucky Fried Fixes channel, Chris Bennett. Sit back and prepare to take yourself on a journey with the longest-running Bigfoot podcast, Squatch-D. Here are your hosts, Steve and Chris.
And good evening, cyberspace. Welcome to Squatch-D for today's date, April 23rd, 2025. I'm your host, your guide, the Squatch Detective Steve Kulls, along with my co-host right down there, Mr. Chris Bennett. Hello, Chris.
Hey, man, it's good to see you. I heard the bird clock going off in the background.
Yeah, I know. What the heck? It's going off a little bit late tonight. Wonder if the battery's slowing down.
I don't know. That was like the morning dove or something, wasn't it?
Well, folks, let's get right to this.
Oh, yeah.
Tonight, we're going to do our quick roll call, and then we're going to get to a real stinker of a movie. Now, sometimes you want to save the best for last. In this case, we're going with the worst first.
Yeah.
Because, Chris, you got to admit, this is a pretty bad movie.
Absolutely the worst Bigfoot movie I've ever partially watched. Up until the other night, I couldn't bring myself to watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yep. So, but anyway, we will introduce the film in 1 second. Let's just do a quick roll call. Relic Tomlin is in first tonight. Hello, Relic. We'll catch you on the flip side. Mick, what's going on, brother? This is going to be fun. Grant, what's going on, Grant? Sharon, hello. Sandra Piper, what's going on? Walter Kroll, how are you? Boris Karn, Goody Goo Goo. If Karen Fisher, hello. Sandra Piper, hello. How are you tonight? The Susie Monster, what's going on, Susie? And the B-Tron in the house. And Ron Meldrum, hello, Ron. And that's who we got in right now so far. Of course, it's Wednesday night. Some people come in plopping in a little bit late. So, see, somebody else just plopped in.
And I'm sure we're going to have our lurkers. Welcome, you guys.
And welcome, lurkers, because this is going to be a good one tonight.
Yeah.
And so we did our roll call. I'm glad it's kind of a quick one. So this movie is a real stinker. It runs 1 hour, 26 minutes, and we will be on commentary for the whole stinking show. And,
unmuted.
Yeah. So if you see me run and grab a bag, John Swan, hello. He goes plop.
Oh, man.
So anyway, if you see one of us grab a bag and, go off camera real fast, we'll be back just after the nausea passes. So anyway.
The title
of the movie tonight we're going to be watching is The Curse of Bigfoot. The Curse of Bigfoot, made in 1975, a mishmash remake of a film that originally was made in the 60s, early 60s, I think it was 62, and they decided to repackage it for the Bigfoot Mystery in 1975, bringing back the actor from the movie in 1962 to do like a cameo. And this movie is so disjointed. It is... The cinematography is so bad, but hey.
Yeah, it's a typical drive-in movie back then, before they had like...
No, it's a typical drive-over movie.
Yeah. It was terrible, but
right.
They had this system where they just had to stretch out the time and get it to about an hour and a half.
Boy, do they stretch out the time.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Spoilers.
So my mic good? My mic's not hot or anything like that?
It sounds good to me.
All right, just double checking. Because with the new earbuds in, I can really hear myself now. So,
yeah, sounds good.
Okay, let's roll. Let's roll that wonderful bean footage. Here we go, folks. Oh, that we have to. All right, here we go. Step right back and you hear a tale of a tiny ship. Oh, wrong show, I'm sorry.
Ago. In steaming swamps and prehistoric jungles,
What kind of bird is that?
man-like creature.
Prehistoric bird.
The earth.
That's supposed to be a man-like creature?
Not human, more beast than man.
Human or beast?
A monster of evolution.
Okay, I don't understand. We go from, Gilligan's Island
It
to
walked across the eons of
Somewhere in
time,
the desert southwest.
slowly changing, becoming more and more human,
I'm glad somebody
more
cast
and more advanced. Until
Yes, they were
in the
originally used for the lizard man tracks.
thousands of years ago, man himself emerged. But the change from beast into man was not a steady one, and sometimes primitive man would find his life threatened, terrified by the appearance of a monster from the past.
Oh my goodness. That Bigfoot needs to see an orthodontist stat. What the hell is that? Is he throwing poop?
Tomato soup or something.
Somebody better call M.K. Davis. That looked kind of red.
Is this out in New Mexico?
That's New Mexico. That's a pueblo. Featuring 7 actors who do not want to be identified by this film ever. Yeah, I don't know where they got the B-roll for this. It's like, let's just show this.
The National Park film.
That looks like the Anastasi ruins. Yes, these are 9 people that never acted again. Thankfully.
Then Ken Cloakford. Okay. H.E. Field.
Story by J. Should have been story by J.W. Field. Ah, yes.
Yeah.
See a Bigfoot coming. Yes.
I never heard of them.
Yeah, well, why do you think this film is in the public domain? Hello, Bigfoot. Are you in here? Are you in here? Hello, 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 hello. Uh-oh, look. He's ringing the doorbell. Now that looks like the sun, don't it? Okay.
Walter, I think this is an F movie.
Somewhere between X and Y.
Oh, this
Okay. It's a very nice house. Yeah. Okay, yep, there are more exterior shots.
It's like Victorian.
Oh, let's take a look at the ears. What is this, a home inspection video?
Yeah.
I just don't get it. Oh, let's go back to the sun again.
Victorian construction video.
Now let's have something moving in the woods.
I see bushes. This reminds me of that Chris Noel film.
It's a porcupine.
He's crying. Oh, look at those ears. Oh my God.
Is that a bat? Oh, let's go back to the house again. That has got to be the sickest looking Bigfoot I've ever seen. You know, I've been thinking about that. Now I know where they got the idea for this one. Now the dog. Now, mind you, the dog is not barking. Bad watchdog. Bad watchdog. It's not barking. It's not yipping. It's not yapping.
Yeah.
And then we have whatever the hell this is. A lot of Bigfoot research done there.
Got a chainsaw.
Hey, Mick, is that your ex-mother-in-law?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love it. The soundtrack is off a little bit.
Oh, it's like a Godzilla movie.
It probably would have been better in Japanese. Boy, this has got to be like the slowest Bigfoot I've ever seen. Or the most unsure Bigfoot. Like, I just don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, one of the extras had a dog. Hey, you want to put the dog in the film? Sure, let's put the dog in the film. Nice buttons, by the way.
Yeah. Civil War era. Looks like.
Where's it? That's it. He was a Union soldier who got hit by a firebomb.
Evidently.
Okay, that's the window. And if she's looking out the window, we can't see it because the film is too dark. Because you filmed it in the day, you're trying to make it look like night. That's why. And here comes one, bad actress number one.
Scotty, stop it!
She names the dog Scotty. That's a great friggin' name for a dog. What the hell is she wearing? A curtain?
I don't know.
That looks like the drape. Take the drape. Let me just take it off the shower. What's the shower curtain? And now she gives the dog milk. You know what that means? You know what that means tomorrow, guys?
Poop.
Everywhere. Poop.
You don't give dogs that much milk. Wow, and now back to the trees and the... Like, he doesn't seem to be walking with much purpose at all.
You probably can't see anything in that mask.
Uh-oh, it's getting louder. Nice ears, by the way. Yeah, I mean, what is that? One of the trolls from Lord of the Rings? How long that dog going to be drinking the milk? It's just the same shot. They just brought the camera back.
If you're good for the rest of the night and don't awaken anyone else, I'll promise to take you hunting with me tomorrow.
Like the dog's going to understand that and don't awaken
You
it.
can chase all the jackrabbits you want.
She's just like mesmerized by that dog. But meanwhile, he finally finished the meal.
You don't want to miss any of that.
Oh, he's making a break for it. He's walking a whole 2.5 miles per hour. He's got a gray streak in him, too. He must be old. Now, look. Sneaking up on her, and that dog ain't saying nothing. That's a bad dog. Bad watchdog. Bad watchdog. And now he decides to get a little rambunctious.
Yeah, now he barks. Right. After his owner's been got, now he starts barking.
Oh, so we're just watching a movie the whole time.
You get the idea.
Not that the acting gets any better.
I thought this was over. That's it. Oh, man.
Here we have the classic example of the Hollywood monster. The
movie studios turned out films like these by the hundreds back in
I wouldn't say that was the classic
60s.
example.
Werewolves, vampires, monsters created by atomic radiation, creatures from outer space. They all did their part to paralyze the kids to Saturday matinee and to give the girl an excuse to move as close as possible.
That and a little bit of Rohypnol, that always works good too.
Those girls always looking for
Now,
an
these
excuse to
horror
move
films
closer.
of the 50s seem corny today,
Guys.
just as unbelievable as the ancient sea monsters we've been studying. But don't get the idea that monsters are a thing of the
He
past.
did have a picture of Sigmund, the
All
sea
of you have
monster, in
seen
the back.
Recent films about the devil.
I
and
used to
demons
watch that.
there.
It was a good show.
Even the film about the great white shark was a monster story of sorts. A modern-day sea monster. These films managed to
Yeah, that kid on the left, he's trouble, you can tell.
genuine.
The long hair, the hippie shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, man has always.
I'm gonna go out later on and
Very real. And sometimes most unexplainable. Well, class, today we're concluding this study.
that looks like a deformed Hubert.
Powers and beings outside the reality of nature. So I've invited a guest speaker who should be arriving in a few minutes. This man is a science teacher.
I invested a guest speaker. Where the hell is he?
And a recognized authority on the phenomenon of the abominable snowman. Or as this creature is known in North America.
He'll be here in about 20 minutes. He's out back putting money in the parking meter.
Present day model.
Oh, now we go to a Bigfoot story. Here we are. Which will be the only Bigfoot story in the whole movie.
Creatures started with the discovery of mysterious footprints.
Oh, yeah, you know,
Footprints.
what the hell are big radar dishes and like satellite receivers have to do with looking for Bigfoot?
These initial discoveries were
They're
made
looking at
mostly in
a map of
snowbound
Alaska
regions of the
there.
world.
They're pointing in the water, for God's sakes.
Most often.
Are you looking for Bigfoot or looking for the people the deadliest catch?
So we're
Speaking of water, that looks like a rowboat with wings.
not McKinley. I don't know what we're looking for.
I don't know. I don't think they know what they're looking at. Now we're on a snow-covered mountain.
In 1951, the well-known mountaineer, Eric Stapleton, was returning from an Everest reconnaissance expedition.
Oh, your number 6 will be ready in 10 minutes.
At a storm at
They
base
went from
camp
Alaska
number
to the
3,
Himalayas.
close to the northern edge of Menlong Glacier. Now,
Hung-Low
this
Glacier.
man was a
You hear that?
professional photographer, as well as an educated
I'm just going to use my
scientific
camera out the window. I'm not going to
and
step out there.
mountaineer.
It's too friggin'
The
cold.
giant footprints in the snow, photographed by Stapleton, were published by newspapers around
So
the
now
world.
they're telling the Shipton story, but they're calling him Stapleton.
Came to know of the existence of a giant, man-like monster which actually exists in the Himalayas. A monster known as Yeti, or Bigfoot. Within 2 years, the reports of giant footprints deep within the wilderness areas of the world spread from the Himalayas into North America itself. In May of 1956, a man by the name of James Hunt not only discovered footprints along the muddy banks of the Fraser River near Alberta, but Hunt actually
James Hunt.
the Bigfoot monster running into the woods. Unfortunately, he had no camera with him. And many people
His wife Helen was in charge of the Lost and Found, so if anybody needed to find anything, they went to Helen Hunt for it.
But over the next few years, reports continued throughout Canada, Washington State, Oregon, and even into California. It soon became apparent that Bigfoot was not just a hoax. Something was there, leaving giant footprints deep in the wilderness.
Tapping its foot.
Real.
Yeah, those toes are like 5 feet long.
Looks like he needs a manicure. A pedicure, rather. Say it, Chris, what you told me the other night.
Looked like we went to an episode of Alex May's vlogging.
We need the guy. It's on top of the log going.
I would like to see those guys. That would have been an improvement.
Wow, this is exciting.
Whatever it was, wherever these giant creatures came from, it was obvious that they were becoming as curious about us as we were about them. Many logging camps throughout the Northwest.
This has got nothing to do.
Reported sightings of huge, hairy creatures.
6 days later, this guy's still working on the same tree.
Oh, a blue home-like chainsaw. Those are great, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah, tell us how we would fix the 2-cycle engine on it. Oh, here comes Jerry Crew.
Very dramatic music.
It certainly is.
Man was invading Bigfoot's domain, moving into the virgin forests, cutting trees, taking over what had always been the hiding place for these mysterious monsters. As modern man cut into the wilderness, Bigfoot was forced to retreat deeper into the timberland. And as progress forced Bigfoot out of his homeland, more and more evidence was found which proved, beyond a doubt, that there were many of these creatures here in North America. More footprints were discovered, as well as strands of long black hair tangled in tree branches. Hair which, when examined by scientists, proved to have come from some mysterious creature previously unknown to man. For these discoveries, very few educated observers would still deny that something was really out there. There was an incredible man-like monster actually living in the North Woods.
More moving logs. Oh, look there. There's the disclaimer. No spotted owls were killed during the filming of this movie.
Just a few years ago, in the wilderness of Oregon, 2 employees of a large lumber mill set out late one afternoon to visit a favorite fishing spot.
You could tell they were getting paid by the hour, too.
Yeah, they're driving slower than my grandmother drives, and she's dead.
Fortunate persons to encounter Bigfoot, face to face.
I don't think they stole it. It was probably given to them. Look at that thing. They probably go faster on a horse.
Very dramatic driving.
Oh my lord. Can they drive any slower? I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Hey, I made it.
Well, give me a snap.
And it's so bad that he actually says, John, what's that? That is probably the most authentic looking Bigfoot we've seen and you will see in this film.
I think this is the best scene in the entire movie.
It is. But it's also one we can tear up the most. Gotta love the hat.
Oh, yeah.
And look, he's tenderfooting it over like... And this guy, the guy who needs a haircut.
Yeah, get a haircut, hippie.
Get a haircut. Looks like Kerry Von Erich.
Look up in the sky. Look in them trees. Yeah.
Meanwhile, this idiot's walking around, but he grabs a club. Somewhere between the truck and the wood line, he grabs something.
Wow.
I think he grabbed Gandalf's staff.
Oh, it's gotta be
See, another Lord of the Rings reference.
Yeah.
He's gonna white wizard him. Away with you! Oh.
At least that dude's got enough sense. He's standing by the truck. He's not getting an arm's length away from that truck. This other guy's just walking out in the woods with a death wish.
Well, he stopped. You see a scene earlier, he stopped. He started looking around. You're going to see him do that again, I'm sure. Like, you smell that? Yeah, it's the guy at the truck. He crapped his pants. Oh, look. There he is. Make sure nobody's around so we can do it.
The suspense is killing me. Khakis or corduroys?
Khakis, I'm sure. My goodness. Can we draw this scene out a little bit more? We've been on the scene for 5 minutes, and I think 3 words were said.
No. Keep shooting.
Meanwhile, back at the truck.
Larry, where are you?
Uh-oh. We see that bad deformed foot. I smell something. Could it be my friend back in the truck? Well, finally, he's going to take some action now. It's about time. I don't know what made him build up the courage. Maybe he just needed to hang back for all that gas.
I don't know.
He's still sneaking around with his... who wears Tom McCann's in the woods? For crying out loud. Look at that old crusty foot. There he is with the Gandalf staff. Making his way down the hill now. There you go.
With a good 15 minutes of walking in the woods, right, with this music playing.
Meanwhile, the idiot's now running around the woods making all kinds of racket.
Larry!
Now he's yelling.
Off, John.
Uh-oh. Some quality acting here. Is the tension building? Uh-oh, look! think they're gonna hang out by the tree. Like, yeah, this is my tree.
Dude, I'm over here. Look at me.
There's the only guy in the woods that's hairier than the Sasquatch.
Oh,
he almost took a he almost took a dumper right there.
Finally, some action and they don't show it.
Expect us to believe all of this?
Oh, all that when they got to the action scene, we didn't see.
That's right.
Shakespeare once
What a bunch
said,
of bull!
there are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy.
Another Godzilla movie reference.
One of the biggest errors a man might make.
The next day, the
is
principal
to
fired
disbelieve
this teacher.
what he hasn't seen. To think that there are not evil powers or fantastic creatures just because you personally haven't experienced them could result sometime in a dreadful
Yes.
consequence. Now,
Yes, excuse me, Mr.
save any
Mr.
questions you
Mishlaki.
might
This will
have
be your last
before
paycheck
Mr.
for the
Mason
week.
arrives.
Forever.
He once had an incredible first-hand experience with Bigfoot. And I want him to tell you the story.
If he ever shows up.
He's on his way.
While we're waiting,
Oh, good God, we're still waiting for this
you
guy.
remember the names of some of these ancient sea monsters.
He's waiting for the guy with that's double parked to get out of his
Let's
spot.
see. That's one of the dragons from the 16th century, I think. He was a flesh eater and supposedly grew to a length of about...
That's a
30
snake.
feet.
Definitely J.C. Penney's attire there.
That's right.
Who can tell me about
Woolworths.
That's a griffin. It's a flying bird monster. Back legs of a wolf, front legs of a hawk, like claws, and it would swoop down to catch its victim, usually young kids,
Looks like a platypus.
and it would just tear them apart. And it would just...
No, actually, that looks like Noel's porcupine. Oh, there's Noel's porcupine.
When the griffin got you, all they'd ever find is your shoes.
Yeah, they're all laughing at you, teacher. How did that feel?
True. But what I want you to tell us is just where and when did
But the
legendary
cranky
griffin
guest
get
just
its
walked
start?
in. He ain't laughing.
And
It was invented in the 1400s by the Germans.
Really?
Uh-oh.
I wonder, young man, if the ancient griffin was really invented, as you say, by some demented madman.
Excuse me, Mr. Schlocky. This guest is an asshole.
Don't hit me, sir.
I wonder.
He does the Sam
if I
Kinison.
should have come.
Oh, man.
I want to introduce to you a man who has spent much of his life as a teacher.
Meanwhile, our student's over there. He's an asshole.
He's written
He's
several
got a nice way with the
books on
students.
Bigfoot.
That's right.
And his actual story, experience, incredible experience, with the giant man-beast of America is an amazing story he so kindly agreed to tell us about today.
That's your cue.
I believe.
Yep.
I believe that if you have 6 lawnmowers on your front lawn, you are a redneck.
Especially you, young man.
Yeah. What'd he do?
He apologized.
Teacher has been very kind in introducing me as a scholar.
And the teacher's been very kind not to kick your ass out of the class.
Many people to be nothing more than a madman. Or
Which,
a liar.
after that little display, we're tending to agree with. The only reason why the kids are sitting there is because they're scared of you.
15 years ago, in a high school much like this one,
Yeah.
I was teaching science to a group of students not unlike yourselves.
And then I got fired because I
5 of
dropped
those
my
students,
pants.
3 boys and 2 girls, were especially
Chris is like, wait a minute, that's not part of the script.
with the study of archaeology. So I arranged a field trip. As a result of that field trip, 3 of those students will spend the rest of their lives in a mental institution.
Oscar-winning performance right there.
They really didn't seem that upset at the end of it, did they?
No.
Nah. They
Spoiler.
didn't. Spoiler. They.
One girl cannot speak to this day. She can only stare straight ahead in shock. She's totally unable to communicate with the world outside her mind.
All right, back to.
I just don't understand what the cameraman is doing, man.
They do. Right here.
That's one hell of a comb over he's got going on there now.
Any closer, I can count his nose
There are
hair.
creatures that are known simply as Bigfoot. They were known to the Indian over 100 years ago.
Yeah.
And they're still alive today. But let me start at the beginning of my story.
Ah, 1951. Here we go.
In museums and universities throughout the world,
Now we're going to start a new movie in the middle of this movie.
about prehistoric man.
Like we didn't have any bad introductions to begin with.
Archaeologists are highly skilled, specialized scientists.
Yes, who used? Doesn't he look specialized? All that college degree to use a shovel.
I was an archaeologist once. I used a double.
Oh look, he's got a. See, all you need is that funny-looking hat, a nice little pith coat, and a paintbrush, and a shovel, and you're an archaeologist.
This is the story of such a discovery. It began a year ago, not in a museum, but on the campus of a high school in the
What do you mean a
South
year
West.
ago?
5 high school students and their teacher met with Dr. Bill Wyman, curator of the Lincoln County Museum, an outstanding archaeologist. These 7 people were planning a trip to the small town of Ivanpah. Their purpose? To help the museum excavate.
Yeah, you can tell. Look at the haircuts; they're all different now.
Ancient Indian campsite.
And look, the teacher actually doesn't have a receding hairline.
He was younger. Ever suspected that they would soon make a startling, terrifying discovery.
But he still had those glasses you could, like burn a hole in the earth with.
Earth control glasses.
Does Ivanpah even exist? Who cares? At this point, who cares? Ah, the good old days where you could ride in the back of a truck like that without getting in trouble. Hang on, rough road! And again, here we are, back in the wagon again, driving around.
Yes, Ivanpah, village in California.
And this one ain't breaking any land speed records either. Actually, it's doing better than the 70, that 75 Studebaker.
That's the day you can ride around in the back of the truck without getting hassled. Nobody cared about seatbelts. If you fell out of the truck, they just laughed at you.
That's right.
Grab your sleeping bag and leave them here. Is this where we're going to sleep? Here you go, Joey. Yes.
Well, it needs to do some edge work there. Lawn maintenance.
Whose house is this?
This belongs to one of the Museum Association members. No one lives here right now, so we
Yeah, we can tell.
whenever we want.
Yeah.
Nobody trims the weeds, the hedges, the flowers, nothing.
All right, just come on in.
Oh, natural.
Yeah, look, everything's covered up with drapes. Hey, isn't that the same dress that girl was wearing at the beginning of the movie? That's where they got that from. Here, just throw this around here.
As a matter of fact, this is one we found in the food ruins just last
Yeah, this is a Ming vase that,
You can put your sleeping bags down on the floor. We'll straighten up tonight when we get back.
No beds in the house?
Can we go?
apparently not. They all got to sleep on the floor in a sleeping bag. I bet you the teachers don't. Teachers make them do all the shoveling. They get all the credit, and the kids get to sleep on the floor. Isn't that a wonderful thing?
Perfect.
And then we're going to feed them sandwiches instead.
Oh, she's wearing those, got all the things there. Those are kind of risky for 1961.
Hey, this really looks like Indian country, doesn't it? Boy, I'll say.
Oh, it looks like those, that area where Kirk fought the lizard man.
Yeah, the Gorn.
Yes, this
Gorn,
It's where Kirk fought the Gorn. I wouldn't be surprised it's the same set.
I believe it is.
Oh, well, petroglyphs are Indian rock.
More walking around, folks. Get used to this. This is what most of this movie is walking around and talking about stupid things. Yeah, look up there. That's the sun. Oh, yeah, I see it too. I was always wondering what that big yellow thing in the sky was. I see over here, this is a rock. It's a very big rock.
Well, there we are.
Boy, look at those.
These technically aren't petroglyphs. Petroglyphs are Indian writings that have been scratched into the rock. These have been painted on the rock with berry juice stain. We call these pictographs.
Well, what do they say?
Eat it, Joe's.
We've been able to figure most of them out.
They tell of the history of a great Indian tribe, one that lived around here thousands of years ago.
Oh, that must have been a lot of berries.
There were two chiefs in the tribe, many, many braves. They hunted the deer and the rabbit with bows and arrows. And they believed that the sun and the rain were powerful gods who were continually fighting each other.
Gee, how can you tell all that?
We have to study these symbols a long time. Basically, though, this is just a big primitive history book.
Hey, Bill, let me get a picture of that.
Wonder if you just point at that.
Hang on, I got to get something from my Instagram.
Oh,
I'll get it from over here.
Well, maybe if he takes a picture, we'll be able to see what they were looking at.
Come on, everybody, do the duck lips.
I couldn't see a thing on the rock.
Down there and be looking at the rock.
Excuse me. Get your ass off the berry juice.
This was before they invented those little light.
Look at the rock and hold it.
Oh, yeah. Film this rock. It's going to be washed out. Nobody will be able to see it.
Now I guess we better get to work.
Right. But where's the excavation? Right back this way.
Where's the expedition? You're on the expedition, moron.
The big tall guy seems to be.
If I walked into a camp and it looked like that, I'd be like, see you later, I'm in the truck.
Oh, no. Sunshade or something.
This is where we've begun excavation.
What sort of thing do you suppose we might find?
Well, that's pretty hard to tell. The only thing we've located so far... Well, here, I'll show you.
We found this old hubcap.
These are pieces of old Indian pottery.
We found a few beer cans, a hubcap,
And these
and a bottle cap.
are prayer sticks.
The prayer sticks! Now, that was the easiest part. Here, I got a whole shit ton of prayer sticks right here.
We can find them.
Quick, what are we going to do? Oh, give them prayer sticks. Here. Tell them that prayer sticks.
We've been finding prayer sticks all over.
Well, that's possible, though I doubt if we'll locate any bodies. These prayer sticks may be over 1,000 years old.
Then again, they may not be.
With everything being this old, it's
We're
very
over-breath
unlikely,
on that,
but
bud.
it's still possible. Of course, it's also possible.
Last I knew, wood decays after it breaks off the tree.
Let's start digging.
If it didn't, we'd be up to our assholes in prayer sticks. Pardon my French. One potato, two potato, three potato. Excuse me, what does that look like? It's just a fossilized turd. Oh! See, look, all the kids are doing the work and the teachers are just standing around.
Hey, Bill, look at this piece of pottery that Bob found. You just found it, Bob?
Yeah, over there in the digging.
That's a good pottery fragment. I want to take this back to the museum with us. Keep up the good work.
By the way, what time is it? 20 after 12.
He puts it in a drawer with 16,000 other pieces of broken pottery. Well, what are you going to do with all those? We're going to buy a shitload of glue.
We'll give you a hand. All right.
We're going to put them all together.
Well, here we go, walking in the brushes again.
No, they're bringing in lunch. You think I'm kidding? All right, everybody eat up. Look, everybody's got their own special sandwich.
Pound cooler.
George, here you go. Peanut butter and jelly for... Oh, no, George gets the steak sandwich. Everybody else gets a peanut butter and jelly. Because George is the teacher. Well, where's mine? Sorry, you ain't got it. We're out.
Well, I suppose you see now why most people don't like this part of museum work.
You mean the food or the digging?
By the way, did we find anything of value today, Mr. Wyman?
Oh, yes. For instance, this rock. This was used to grind up seed to make flour for bread.
Look at a rock.
Right. And don't forget the prayer sticks.
And this pottery, we'll take it back to the museum and study it more carefully. I think we can tell exactly how old it is.
Buy a shitload of glue.
More prayer sticks?
See, I told you, more prayer sticks.
We find those laying around everywhere. Very religious people.
Hey, wait a minute. This one says service time, 10 a.m. Sundays.
I found it over there when we were looking at those Indian pictographs.
Ask Mr. Wyman about that. Say, Bill, take a look at this rock that Norman found. Where did you find this?
Over there where you showed us those Indian writings.
He knew it. He found an iPhone. See? Just like the gifting bowl always gives.
This might be an eolith.
What's that?
A very, very old tool. One used by ancient peoples. This is by far the oldest thing we've found here.
Let me see it.
Could you show it?
Sure. Right over there.
Sandwich is kind of crappy anyway. Let's go.
The hell are the sandwiches?
Yeah.
They didn't put any ice in the cooler, so the sandwiches are all kind of wilted anyway.
Yeah.
I picked it up for a souvenir. I collect that.
You collected a good one this time.
I don't see anything else. All of this is just plain old rock.
Well, it seems funny that it'll be lying just on top of the ground, doesn't it? Yes. Unless it fell up there.
Maybe it fell from up there and rolled down.
Yeah, it looks
Where?
like there's ledge
Like there's something up
Let's
there.
look and see. All right. You'll have to find some other place to get up, though. We'd never make it from here.
I think I'll stay here.
The sexism of the 1960s. The girls have to stay behind. They can't go in.
It was their idea.
They can't go in for the tough climb.
I think I'll stay down here. The smartest ones of the bunch, right?
Yeah, I'd be the old guy. Yeah, guys, have fun up there.
Yeah. We're going to be eating these sandwiches.
That's right. Yeah, well, they're all gone. I'm going to eat everybody else's sandwiches. Oh, I'm sorry. I threw them away. No, you know what I did? I fed him. I fed him to the pack mule.
Yo, get me a Snapple.
Very dramatic rock.
Oh, my hand. Don't they look like a bunch of flippin' amateurs going up there? And like they're all crouched down, like they're trying to avoid being, we don't want the Comancheros to see us. They're over on the next lot shooting Rio Lobo. Yodeling. I'm just catching some of the comments. Is that Mount Rushmore before they carved it? Now they're all on their hands and knees. Get down low, get down low.
Don't stand up. Yeah, okay.
Look at him.
That's a ways down.
Oh, that's a ways down.
Don't
I'm gonna look down
down there. Hello!
Hello, hello, hello. Hey, you dumbasses. How's it feel? You worked all day and now you're digging all day and then you climbed a mountain.
Let me throw no rocks down.
Let's see. Are we above the spot where the rock fell?
Over there. Decidedly so.
Let's look around down here.
We're still climbing, folks. Now, actually, we're descending now.
I swear, I think this is also another that movie, or Star Trek episode where Kirk lost the goal. Yeah, let's walk through these bushes, make sure there's no rattlesnakes.
Yep. And ticks.
Doesn't look as if we're going to find any of those rocks around here. I can't even see that small ledge from here. You? No, Let's see, we were standing down there by that thick brush. Hey, what's this?
What is it?
Stone tablet of some kind.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, but what? You recognize those markings, Bill? No, those are strange to me. Look rather primitive, don't they? They look
Great, they
older
found
than
the
any other
septic
Martians
tank.
I've ever seen. Were they made by Indians, do you think? No, not these.
When the guy shows up with the big
These are the
hose,
types of
you know, with
markings
the
made by
pooper scooper
cavemen.
truck.
Cavemen. Perhaps
Good man, you get over there and flush that son of a bitch out.
the earliest known species of ape man. Seems to be sealed along the edges here in mud. Yeah, I thought my rock did.
Try digging it way over in there.
Field in mud that has lasted how long?
Yeah, like those prayer sticks. You know.
It's like time doesn't exist.
Going to be curious. Think we can get it out? Here's the bottom edge. All right. Careful.
Oh, here we go.
Let's try lifting it now.
Heave ho! 1, 2, 3, go! Oh, come on, guys.
An ordinary mud. What? It's a clay. Some sort of rotten added. Maybe if we use the rock hammer to pry up on it. All right.
Oh, there's that rock they found. They're going to use it to pry it up. Here we go.
Okay, Bob. Pull.
Pull!
I think it moved a little. Not much. Let's try it again. Maybe if we lift up on it while the boys pull. All right. I'll count to 3. There's 1 pull.
Here we go, guys.
Ready now? 1, 2, 3, pull!
They uncovered the kitchen column.
Told you it was the septic tank. Looks like my septic tank for crying out loud.
No, they're filming a Cheech and Chong movie down in that hole. Look.
Hey, man, it's 420 here all the time.
Wish we had a flashlight. Can you see anything? Well, it looks like it might be a cave. What are you doing? I'm going down inside. So am I. Me too. We can't all go in.
Sure.
I'll stay up here. Will you stay up here?
See, we knew he brought that rope for some reason. It wasn't for climbing up the hill, that was for sure.
Be careful.
Figured maybe you'd find a wild platypus or something and we'll wrangle it. Ooh, that sounded like it hurt.
And there we go. Guess what we're supposed to be looking at? I don't know. I have no idea.
All right. Come on down. I'll go first. Okay. Now get a good grip on that rope.
Yeah, or we're not picking your ass up. Oh, there's it. Now, I don't know if these kids were in high school or college, but if they're in college, I certainly want my kids, you know, paying tuition for this.
No.
I mean, no carabiners, nothing. Yep, climb down this knotted rope, good luck.
Down into the hole of darkness.
You fall in there, if you fall in there, we have no way of bringing you back up. We'll drop in the sandwiches. At least you won't starve to death.
Now, let your eyes get accustomed to the darkness.
Yeah. Somebody turn on the light.
Kind of a cave is this?
Oh, the dude's got a radium dial watch on. You can see that.
What kind of cave is this? It's a bat cave. Na 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 na.
Sealed up. What?
Look, pottery.
Yeah.
These are perfectly preserved. What's inside?
What great cinematography here. We can make up whatever we want here.
Yeah.
Cremated?
These are wood
Pottery.
Charcoal.
Okay, we'll take your word for it.
Oh, those are wood ashes, charcoal. Yeah, they were burning the prayer sticks.
Yeah.
This one has writing or something on it.
Made in
Those
China.
markings are similar to the ones on the tablet up above.
Property of Benihana. Oh, there it is.
Well, we got the light right now.
Now I've seen it all. A Bigfoot mummy.
Coming in the dark space.
There's a body over there.
What was that? As soon as we get close to the mummy, somebody throws something like.
No, wait. Let's see that again. There you go. See, we can make movies better. You know, my 12th grade, or my 12-year-old sense of humor was going to attack that one.
It's a mummy covered with mud.
It's a mummy.
Why?
God.
How can we get out?
I see all those community college acting classes have paid off.
And some boards to tie it and hold it flat. Let's go.
And they're all backing up. Like, run away, run away. We're going to take it with us. Thank God they skipped the whole, they could have got another half hour out of this movie and just swallowed it out of the cave.
They probably did, and they probably had to cut it because the movie was 3 hours long after.
Everybody's watching the preview film.
That would have been better showing them getting the mummy out of the cave rather than showing them walk around in the woods.
Well, I'm glad that's over with. Somebody tells me Bob doesn't think much of our new passenger.
Well, it's the first time I've ever ridden with a mummy.
You ever notice that every time they say Bigfoot, you don't actually see them saying that?
Wouldn't want to leave a mummy outside, would you? Suppose it rains. Be careful bringing it in. I'll get this end down. Okay, I'll get here. Bob, you get in that corner.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, heave-ho!
Let's just throw the mummy in the back of the truck and ride him along the rough road there.
Why don't we just toss him over the side and drag him into the shed?
Science.
Science. And the two girls are like, I'm so glad we didn't go up that hill.
Yeah. Linda, would you move that box, please?
Okay.
Hey, watch down. Straight around. Take it very much. Just put it on this trunk.
That thing doesn't look like it's butterfree proof either. So you know where they got that blanket from? That was the same shirt that kid was wearing in class.
I'm afraid if we try opening it here, we may destroy something.
Mummy on the mummy stand.
That's right, the mummy stand.
Okay, if that happens, Bob will sew the pieces back together. We'll take it to the museum the first thing tomorrow morning. There we can examine it more closely. You know, you people have done a wonderful thing today. This could prove to be the most significant archaeological discovery of our age.
Not for long.
I wonder how well preserved this is.
perfectly preserved. And I think I know why.
Because it was filled in that cave?
No, not exactly. Do you remember the vapor that shot up out of the hole when we pried the stones out of the goose?
Do I? I'll say.
I thought we had it right then.
I believe that some ancient tribe buried this mummy, not just thousands of years ago, but hundreds of thousands.
Oh,
they were very
wow.
primitive. Their writings and pottery work show that. And yet these people have...
Just think, he later went on to enhance the Patterson-Gimlin film and claim that it was
They
massacred.
combined certain amounts of various woods and resins that were present on the earth at that time. They put them in those earthen vessels we found and burned them in a sealed cave. The smoke and the incense had the power of preserving whatever was in the cave.
So that's why the jars we found were filled with ashes.
That vapor that escaped from the cave was a preservative smoke, hundreds of thousands of years old.
Well, that's right. Hey!
So there you have it, folks. We've solved that.
What? The mummy moved.
Sure.
Oh, look, he said the mummy moved.
Looks like your story got through to Norman.
I didn't mean it was that well preserved.
I'm not kidding. I'm sure it really did move. I was looking right at that hand, and it just moved, just a little bit.
You'll understand. Norman watches television a lot.
But I'm not kidding.
Wow.
Television.
Watches television like that's something new.
But I think right now, at any rate, we should all eat dinner.
Norman watches
Good idea.
television.
I could use something.
Should pay attention to Norman. He's got it going on.
Hey, Norman, don't trust that bitch.
Let's hear it again. It was a great trip.
Boy, it sounds like it.
This day certainly did go by fast. I only wish I would have gone with you guys when you climbed up those rocks.
That was quite an experience.
And where were we? Waiting down below. Well, when I looked up and saw that ledge and that sheer cliff, I always feel a lot better on solid ground. So next week, all the newspapers will print big stories about how we found the mummy. Maybe even magazines.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Yeah. I'll be asking me what I did, what happened. What did I do when I first saw that mummy lying there in that cave like it has been for thousands of years? And what am I going to tell them?
Just hates her voice.
I hope this is the one that doesn't talk later.
Well, you weren't alone. I can see the pictures on the front of the school paper of you guys crying at that stone thing. And all my
Can you imagine what she was like at home? You didn't mow the lawn today. You were supposed to take out the trash and mow the lawn, and you didn't mow the...
Well, I should go for a bottle of pop.
And the milkman, you were supposed to leave me money for the milkman.
Want to walk up there?
How far is it?
If you cut through the orange grove, it isn't far, about a 10-minute walk. There's a well-worn path, so you can get lost.
Want to walk up?
Sure, sounds like fun.
Anybody else want to go along?
Yeah, walking to the store sounds like fun. Especially when you've been walking all day long.
And then I think I'll stay here.
I think I'll go outside too.
Yes, don't feel you have to stay inside. The country up
Yeah, Norman's going to go fondle the mummy.
It's sure that if I go out there, something important will happen here. And if I stay here, they'll probably find flying saucers.
By the way, you can bring me back a bottle of orange pop if you want.
Where's the dime?
A dime for an orange
Come on, dig it out.
Wow.
Now it's $2.59 plus tax and deposit.
Unless you want me to have to drink it there.
Some people are nice with
Are you
orange
coming?
tape.
Coming? No, I'm going to conserve my energy and stay here.
Yeah, you can do this.
That was a good old day when you used to get paid 10 cents an hour.
A dime for an orange?
Well, no. If a soda was at 10 cents back then they probably got... It was probably like 60 cents an hour. That was probably minimum at that time. Look, see? Dirty boy.
What is he doing?
Uh-oh. Yep. I'm out of there. Okay, there's some scary special effects going on there. And there it is, movie shot in the daytime, but we dimmed it down to make it look like nighttime. That's why you can't see anything.
What's wrong, Norman? It's what? Look, Norman, this is just about...
Norman, get a grip of yourself, damn it.
They walked out the door. It's really bright. And tells them outside it's dark.
Yeah, that's why they got shadows, you know?
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, look. I don't see nothing.
Tell us what we're supposed to see.
I can't even see their heads. You just see their shirts.
Yeah.
Good thing they're wearing light-colored shirts.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone. Where'd it go? It left a note.
I'm getting a Jaws theme here with this music.
A little bit. Be right back.
Come on, Bill. We've got to do something.
Oh, that's it. It's Jaws. They totally ripped off the Jaws soundtrack. Sunlight way back there. Right here it's dark.
Sure is a nice sky. The moon's so bright, you don't even need a flashlight.
I love the country at night, don't you? Look at the stars. There must be billions of them.
Living in town all the time, I guess you never realize how many there really are.
Wouldn't it be great to live out here instead of in the city?
Boy, I'll say. Shall we cut through the grove again?
I guess so. We found our way the first time.
Yeah, it was daytime. And they made everything dark where it looks like it's filmed at night. You gotta love the shadows. You got those moon shadows, huh? It's so bright.
Boy, there's not much light in here.
If we stay on the path, we'll be okay.
Yeah, if we can see it well enough.
Oh, yeah. Good light,
You get down to the next house and warn them. I'll get Johnny and Sharon and meet you here. Right?
Thank you, Bobby.
Something's coming.
Let's get out of here.
Wait!
When you weren't at the store, I figured you'd be on the way home.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, let's get out of the grove. Come on.
Let's make a run for it.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Oh, now we've. It's the M.K. Davis color.
Yeah, Patterson, Gimlin, M.K. Davis.
Oh, now look how bad it is. They adjusted the coloring mid-film. And this is supposed to be nighttime. Kind of looks like daytime.
Look, more prayer sticks.
That's right. He's getting a bunch of prayer sticks. I don't even say what caused that vapor.
Early in the morning. We're all fine. Okay, bye.
Look at that hairstyle. Isn't that cool?
It's a perm and a half.
Hey.
Oh, somebody's knocking at the window. Uh-oh. You think you better go answer your door. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
That was horrifying.
That was horrible. What? That the woman got killed? No, the movie.
Hello, Bill. Walt, it's good to see you, especially now.
I just came from the Metro Ranch.
Walt, this is Roger Mason, a teacher at the high school.
How do you do? How are you, Mason?
And this is Johnny, one of his students. Hi, Sheriff.
Johnny.
We were up digging at the Indian site yesterday.
Frankie and Bobby are
That's
back in
where we
there.
discovered the cave and the mummy.
Bill, of all the weird stories I've heard, this is the strangest. If it weren't for you boys, I wouldn't believe it. How do you account for it?
I can't. I have only a theory that the smoke and the vapor in that cave must have caused the body to lie dormant or asleep for possibly hundreds of thousands of years. When we opened up the cave and let the air in,
I told you I just came from the Metro Ranch where the girl was killed last night. I covered the body as soon as I got there. But some of the neighbors had seen him first. Stories going around that there's a bear come down from the mountains. One of the windows was badly smashed. The door of the shed where we put the mummy was smashed too. Let's have a look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a look at it, because, smashed door is, very telling sign of it.
Could be important. Good. Well, this is much better. They should have left all the footage like this in the daylight where we can see people.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, yeah, that's a smashed door, all right.
Yep. Looks like to me we're dealing with the same person.
This is mud.
Well, yes, that is mud. That usually happens when rain hits the dirt.
the mummy was sealed with mud just like that. It broke out of its wrappings.
What's it look like now?
We don't know.
We just caught a glimpse of it as it ran into that grove.
Yeah, which is a lot more than the audience could grab.
Yeah, that's as much as we could tell.
Last night after it killed the girl, one of the neighbors said that he shot at something running into the grove.
The orange and lemon groves in this part of the country are so extensive, the thing could travel for miles and never leave the protection of the trees.
Let's go look at the place that you saw it run into the grove.
Yeah.
Well, nobody is sick there because they got enough vitamin C to...
Yeah. Orange and lemons. Great.
No limes? I mean, you're going to make lemon trees. You might as well make lime trees, too.
Yeah.
Make some nifty, cocktails out of that. And, of course, more walking now. Let's all look around. And more trees. And let's point.
Yes. More walking in the brush. Yeah, there we go.
Well, everybody do your little hop and jump, even though it's not the scene.
Everybody jump over this imaginary thing. Look.
He looks like he's ready to go golfing, not walking and strolling in the woods.
It looks as if it's been along here.
See, we can't tell. Anytime there's evidence, they darken the film.
Look, it's night again.
It's day again, yeah.
Oh, man.
It's like reminiscent of a Biscardi documentary.
Whoever directed this, man, it's
Over here.
Go towards the cameraman.
Look at the broken branches.
Why, there's blood on the ground.
Perfect.
Isn't it? Yes. I think we found the spot where the creature stayed last night.
But what's the blood from?
My guess is the fellow who shot at it last night must have hit it.
What makes you say that?
Because this isn't ordinary blood. This is too dark in color.
Well, usually all blood gets dark in color there, Professor.
But he must have missed it. Why? Because I saw the gun that he used. A large caliber. 3 shots from that would have stopped anything.
Yeah.
Anything?
Even mummies?
Well, sure that if a hunting rifle didn't stop it.
And meatloaf.
That revolver of yours wouldn't do much good either. And it's too dangerous trying to track it down through these probes. You have an idea? Well, maybe we can lure it into the open field. It's worth a try.
You should be able to hear the Bigfoot.
Oh, you know what's coming next, Chris?
Right.
We're going to break out some technology now. First, it's the hay bales.
Yeah.
We all know hay bales stop everything.
Now let's set those cans of gasoline around before we can get at them fast. All right. I'll show them where. Good.
Yeah, we're not going to shoot it. We're going to cover it in gasoline and burn the bitch.
Gasoline and hay bales. This is sounding good.
Sounds like they're training to be serial arsonists.
Carrying gasoline in open buckets. Oh, yeah.
Hey, look at the sheriff's car there. You know, when the movie was done, they took the magnetic sign off it, and it actually says Lincoln County Taxi.
It's like a station wagon / cop
Oh,
car.
look, he's got the meat.
All right.
6 lambs a leg, 6 legs of lamb, 2 roast beefs, a couple of Cornish hens, and the poor kids get sandwiches.
It's probably not going to taste very good after they soak it.
Well, they're not going to soak it yet. They're dating it.
Someone up the road to see through the trees and give the signal when it comes.
Funny thing is, they never use the bait.
Radio telephone in my car.
Spoiler.
I have a portable unit in the back. Good.
Oh, they're going to use, they're breaking out the technology, the portable radio. Now, yeah, we don't have handhelds, but we got this little box. It is. That's the walkie-talkie right there.
The first cell phone.
Oh, that's a walkie-talkie.
Let's hook it up down here.
Should get a
Push
real
this button down on the top
real good signal here.
and let it up to receive. That way you'll be able to communicate with the telephone in my car. Good.
Okay, it's online.
Watch you take your car.
It's good to go.
Station yourself on the road down here. Just a minute.
Who's going into the grove with the bait? I thought I would. Why you? I was going to do that part. Well, my idea.
Like, we really needed to have an argument here.
Roger, you don't know where that thing may be hiding. All right. Let's draw straws between the two of us to see who goes in.
I don't have a pen.
Okay. The one who gets the shortest straw has the job. Why 3 straws? I'm in on this too.
Yes. We need to have a couple of minutes of drama here. Extend the film footage.
Well, looks like I win anyway. I'll be down by the road.
Let's make one of the girls go be the bait. Send that blonde chick out there. Let her be the bait.
Roger? You're more apt to need this than I am.
Here you go, Roger. Here. What's this? I don't know. You ever fired a gun before? Didn't even ask him, do you know how to use this? He just hands it over. Here you go. 1961, everybody knew.
Yeah, it's all ready. Good. Well, I'll be back in a few minutes. Be careful.
Sheriff's Department and taxi.
I'd love to have that old car. That's pretty cool looking.
You know that was no police car because it's got no lights on it. No antennas, nothing. It's just... And here he is. I'm going to drag the meat along the forest floor here. I'm going to leave it there and run.
Sheriff's ready. He's got a good view through the grove from where he's parked. Yes, we've already communicated with him. Well, now all we do is wait here until it comes on the grove.
I know, wait. We've been waiting the whole friggin' movie for this.
Then I hop forward.
Those hay bales are going to protect them from the Bigfoot mummy, right?
This is Bill Wall. See anything yet?
Nothing yet. Beginning to look as if this idea isn't going to work.
Let's wait another 20 or 30 minutes anyway.
Yeah, it should take over an hour to bring it.
You know, it gets hot standing by the hay bales all day. What if it comes up behind him?
No, that's not part of the movie. Gotta be in front.
Roger.
Yes, Wall.
The key looking house, eh? Birds in the trees just moved. I'm going to take a closer look. Hold on.
You better be careful.
You'll hear from me within a minute.
Sheriff, why do you got to get out of the car? You don't even have your gun anymore. You gave it away. He's going to go out there and give it a talking to.
Respect my authority.
Why?
Jaws music again.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there he is.
Looks like he was on an all-night bender. Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like he slipped shaving.
Those teeth are pretty rough there.
Yeah, he needs an orthodontist. Oh, there it is. We know something's going to happen now. Run! Run!
Ah! Oh, no.
Hey,
Dang,
3 minutes.
I like the sheriff.
Wall. Come in, Wall. Something's wrong. Come on. Bring all those flares, Johnny.
Internet outage.
Better grab that gasoline, too.
All right, come on. Let's all come out from behind the hay bales. Let's go. We're going to go in there with the buckets.
There's his car. Take it easy now.
Oh, look. There's one of his testicles over there. Uh-oh.
Wait here.
Uh-oh. Come the Jaws music. Oh.
Well, we're just reusing that old footage again. Yep, that's his car. He's not in the car. Uh-oh. What kind of gun is that?
Oh.
Get down!
Oh, run through the flare.
Oh, no.
That's it.
Michael Jackson, that's the commercial.
Well, there goes the archaeological discovery.
It looks like it's melted.
Yep. Ain't nothing going to be brought back to the museum now. Boy, they all look so traumatized, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, there's the sheriff. He just had a bad case of hemorrhoids, that's all.
The purple bird.
And that's it.
Oh.
No wrap up, no nothing. Goodbye, see you later. Look how traumatized they look.
This whole movie built up to 15 seconds at the end. Oh my God. 15 seconds worth of Bigfoot on fire, and that was it. That was the whole.
Good Lord.
Oh, thank God that's over. That was bad. That was bad. But, you know, it's the thing about these movies. They're so bad, they're good. You know, it's enjoyable.
Well, folks, we hope you enjoyed that wonderful feature. We will all see you Friday, everybody. Have a... Yeah. You're welcome, Bristol. He's never seen that good.
Oh, man.
So, in actuality, that was a repackaging of a movie named The Teenagers versus the Thing. And it was made in 1962, I believe. And it was a local production. And then when the Bigfoot craze happened in the mid-70s with The Bionic Man and the Patterson-Gimlin film and In Search of and Mysterious Monsters with Peter Graves, they decided to repackage and capture this as a Bigfoot film, and they repackaged it as The Curse of Bigfoot. And again, that's why you don't see them except in the updated version, which is at the very beginning of the film. You see them talking about Bigfoot, but throughout the other part of the film, they very rarely talk about Bigfoot, and when they do, you don't actually see them mouth the words. They always have their backs, or it's a far shot. Because they never mentioned the word Bigfoot in any of the 1960s movie.
Right, yeah. They repackaged it into something more Bigfoot friendly because that seemed to be the popular thing of the day. So
Mick has a question, and how do we get permission? The movie is actually in the public domain.
Yes.
And it was uploaded yesterday in an unlisted file to the Squatch-D TV channel. Yeah. And we took care of any music that was on there that was an issue. and it was cleared to be shown with no restrictions.
Right.
And so what we just did was we streamed it from our YouTube channel, our own YouTube channel. So
it was terrible.
It was.
But, yeah, the movies that are in the public domain, once you remove the copyright music, you're good to go.
Oh, I don't even know who Alan Smithy is. Sorry, I vaguely I remember who it is. I'll go. Oh yeah. Danny Week says more movies. Yes, absolutely. We do have a bunch more lined up that are actually in the public domain, so we will be showing those in upcoming weeks. We don't want to. I don't know if we want to do this once a week, once a month. We're definitely not once a week, but maybe a couple of times a month. Maybe we'll see. And if we get positive responses from this by giving a thumbs up by the way out, we will we'll definitely consider doing this maybe a couple times a month.
Yeah, this was one of the first times that I'd watched it all the way through. Well, the first time I watched it all the way through was the other night when Steve and I previewed it, debating on whether or not to show this.
Well, we also needed to see that it could work because this is another new feature of StreamYard to actually be able to stream something with sound from. Right. In other words, we have two sound sources, one coming from my computer, my Chrome tab, and the other one coming from the microphone. And I hope the sound was okay for everybody on the show end, because I hear it a little bit differently because it doesn't come through the movie doesn't come through my headset. It comes through my speakers. I have echo cancellation and noise reduction on my mic. So that's why I'm able to hear Chris really clearly on this. And the movie is a little bit muted on my side, but I can still hear it.
The sound sounds the same to me as it does when you watch it anywhere else. The soundtrack, of course, is its terrible self, but it sounds the same as when you play it on YouTube or somewhere. It sounds very 1970s, and in some cases 1960s.
Yeah.
But
I know some smart ass is going to say, "Oh, you guys should shut up and let the movie play." But part of being fair about this is we have to make commentary on the movie we're watching.
Yes.
I mean, we don't have to in this particular case because it is a public domain film, but we want to. It kind of enhances the film. It has the ambiance of sitting around watching the movie all together and making your own comments, the chat talks where Chris and I are talking. So.
And this was the G-rated version.
That's right.
But I gotta say, I think that's the most terrible Bigfoot movie that I have ever seen. Ever. That's it. That's
wait, you just wait. I bet you we can find one just as bad.
No, we can't find one worse than that. This was terrible, man. This was terrible. Yeah. That would be a challenge.
All right, Chris, do your thing. Let's get out of here.
Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you. I don't know. I didn't see if there had any new members come in tonight, but if you're first time watching, though, please give the channel a subscribe and a like if you like it, and because we really appreciate you, and it helps us with that YouTube algorithm that we always fight a daily battle with. It seems like. But we know that we have the best audience in the world, and we thank you guys so much for coming out and hanging out with us. And we'll be back Sunday night, Steve? Right?
Friday night.
Yeah. And if you guys are listening,
we will be back this Friday night. We weren't on last Friday night because I had a social engagement to go to Friday night. Believe it or not, I actually went out Friday night to share some dinner with one of my work friends. That was his birthday, so we went out and got together with a bunch of folks and had a good time. So,
if you guys are listening on the podcast, you got to make sure you get over to the YouTube channel and watch this stinker. YouTube.com/@squatchdtv.
So anyway. Folks, we'll catch you all Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on Squatch-D Guys, today's hump day. Have a good rest of your week. Love you guys. We'll see you all real soon, right here on the one, the only Squatch-D. Keep it squatchy.
We thank you for being here with us on Squatch-D TV. If you haven't taken the time yet, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And oh yes, hit that notification bell too. We don't want you to miss anything. If you really like our content, you should consider becoming a member, and it's really inexpensive and a great way to support not only the show, but honest Bigfoot research. Everyone have a great week. Be safe and God bless. We will see you all here next time on Squatch-D TV. Keep on squatching.